will discuss the changing role of HR manager. In previous organizations in the past, the organizations were functioning in a single area in a local region, and they are having employees from the local region only. So the culture of the organization was very common to all, means people from the same culture will work in an organization. People will be from same locality, so they're habituated with the local conditions, local laws, and they're habituated with the same culture. So it was very easy to manage the people at workplace because they all belong to same locality and they all belong to same culture. But nowadays, as organizations are becoming global, now organizations are having people from different regions, different states, even from different countries. Because nowadays competition is becoming so high. Now every organization wants talented people in an organization. So nowadays the role of HR manager is also becoming challenging to manage this kind of workforce which is totally diversified, and to manage the people, to make the people ready for competition is also one of the challenge that HR manager is facing nowadays. So here we will discuss the changing role of HR manager. So the first role that HR manager is facing nowadays, a challenge that HR manager is facing nowadays, is managing change. Now what is change? Now change in organization means alteration of anything in an organization. That can be promotion of the person, alteration of job. That can be transfer of a person, alteration of location. Or that can be alteration of technology, change in technology. So managing change in an organization is a challenge for HR manager. Why? Because employees resist change. Because whenever, just take example, whenever organization will decide to change technology for the production, then what will happen? Then people will have different queries in their mind. Like, if I will not able to use this new technology, maybe organization will say tata bye bye to me. Or if the new technology will arise, then there will be extra burden of work, right? And what I will get because of this new technology, company will earn the profit, but what I will get? What is the need? Because people are habituated with the daily routine work, and sudden change in their work will distract them, will make them demotivated. Because of all these issues, they are having fear in mind that they will lose the job, they're having fear of extra burden. So it is a role of HR manager to convince the people for this change. HR manager should make the people ready for the change. So HR manager will communicate to the employees the advantages of this change, why the change is going to happen, what benefit organization will get, what benefit employees will get from this change. So employees should be convinced, and that is the role of HR manager, to convince the people so that they can accept the change without any kind of resistance. Now another role performed by HR manager is managing diversity. Now today's organizations are diversified. They are totally diversified. Now diversified is not in only in the aspect of locations, that you are having people from different countries, different states. Not only that, but nowadays organizations are having diversity in gender also. Because in past, most of the employees are male employees, were male employees, but nowadays, as every family is also supporting female for their career, And because of that, nowadays organizations are having mixing of male and female employees. So nowadays organizations are having diversity in gender also. Now organizations are having diversity in culture also, because people are migrating from one place to another place in search of job. Nowadays people are moving from joint family to the nuclear family because of income. So for making the career, now people are not static to the single location. They are just moving from one place to another place. So nowadays organizations are having people from different cultures also, because people are coming from different states. So state wise culture will change. Even people are migrating from one country to another country. So now uh, organizations are having international workforce. Now the organizations are having the workforce from different age groups. Organizations are having employees from different caste. So there is a huge diversity in workforce, and to manage the people from this huge diversification is a big challenge for HR manager, because the culture is different. So it is a sensitive issue for an organization. Different age group people are having different thinking. The way of working is very different, from younger groups to older groups. So to manage this kind of diversity is a challenge for HR manager. Now another changing role of HR manager is leadership development. Now leadership development is the filling of key positions in an organizations. Now what are the key positions? Key positions are like CEO post, managing director post, general manager post, president post. So all these positions are the key positions of an organization. In past, what was happening? In past, the son was taking the place of father. The daughter was taking place of father in this leadership role. I am getting retired. Now I am having an age I cannot work further, and because of that I am giving my position to my son or my daughter. But nowadays, as organizations are becoming more competitive, now every organization want the competent people in this key position. So they are not only looking at their son or daughter for this key position, they are looking at any employee in an organization who can take this leadership positions in an organization. But that is a challenge for HR manager to find out these kind of people in an organization and to make them ready for these key positions. This concept is called succession planning in human resource management. So making people ready to take the position of successor. This is a challenge of HR manager to find out these kind of people and to make them ready for these kind of positions. Now, another role of HR manager is adopting a bottom line oriented approach. Now, bottom line oriented approach means what? Whenever HR manager will take decisions regarding employees, whenever the policies of employees will be formed, so HR manager will not look at only the interest of organization, because organization always want cost cutting. But HR manager should also look at the employee's point of view. Whenever they will frame the policy, they also should look from the employee's point of view what employees want, what things motivate employee. That is equally important. Only looking at organizational interest is not sufficient. So that is a challenge for HR manager to have the collaboration of these two interests, employees and organization. So HR manager should always think from the bottom. From the bottom means from the employee's point of view. Whenever they will set the policies for the employees. For example, if performance appraisal will be on the basis of target achievement, then what will happen? The people who are performing high, they will get demotivated because they know whatever performance we will give, the company will look at only the final results. They will not give any kind of importance to our efforts. So this should not be happen. So that is a challenge for HR manager to think from the employee's point of view while framing the policies. Now another role of HR manager is ensuring employee competence. Now ensuring employee competence means HR manager should always ensure that their employees are having required skill set, required knowledge, and required abilities to perform their job well. Because nowadays organization facing a competition, now human resource is considered as an asset for an organization, because every organization can have same kind of financial position, every organization can have same kind of machines, every organization can have same kind of raw material, but what is the thing that is differentiating? That is human resource. So it will depend upon human resource only, that how the company will going to produce the products, how the company will going to deliver the service, and how the company will going to satisfy the customers. So that is totally in the hand of human resource. Their skills, their abilities, their knowledge will ensure the organization that they will remain sustained in competition. So this is a challenge for HR manager to ensure that employees will always have required competencies. And plus, only that is not sufficient. Now another role in this ensuring employee competence is that HR manager should always ensure that the skills of an employee is not underutilized and is not overutilized. That means many times what happen, employee is having the skills of doing the upper level jobs, but employee is doing lower level jobs, so his skills are underutilizing. And many times you have promoted the person who is not capable of that promotion, so his skills are overutilized. So this should not be happen, because if people skill will be overutilized or underutilized, then what will happen? People will get frustrated because they will not get the proper work matching with their skills and knowledge, and because of that they will become frustrated and they can leave the organization. So HR manager should always ensure that people are having or they are doing the jobs which is matching with their skills, knowledge, with their caliber. Now, the another challenging role for HR manager is ensuring employee fit. Now, just like we ensured, HR manager ensured that people are having specific skills, knowledge, abilities, it's okay. But only employee job fit is not sufficient. Okay, employees having skills, employees having knowledge, employees having ability to do the job. But whether that employee is comfortable while doing the job in organization, that is called employee organization fit. So employee job fit is important, no doubt, but employee organization fit is equally important. So it's a role of HR manager to ensure that employee is fitting with the organization's rules, regulations, with the organization's values. So employee value must match with the organization value. For example, many organizations consider that if employee will work more than their scheduled working hour, then it's okay. But many employees think that company should only we will only give dedication up to our dedicated our scheduled working hour. We will not stay out of that working hour. So what is their problem? Their problem is employee organization misfit. So thinking of organization and thinking of employee is not matching. What is right for organization is wrong for employee. What is right for employee, that is wrong for organization. So values and the thinking of employee and organization is not matching. So what will happen? This kind of employees will not sustain in an organization for longer duration. So this is the role of HR manager to ensure that employee is fitting with the organization's culture. Now, another role of HR manager is finding and retaining talent. So only having number of people in an organization is not sufficient. Organization should have talented people in an organization. So it's a challenge for HR manager to find, to attract and to retain talent in an organization. So nowadays, there is no scarcity of employees, there is no scarcity of human resources, but there is scarcity of talent in an organization. So only having vast number of human resource in an organization is not sufficient. Organization should have talented employees to remain competitive. So it's a role of HR manager to find out and to attract the best talent, because talented people are very choosy people. They will choose a organization in which they will get opportunity to show their talent, to use their talent to achieve something. So there is a role of HR manager. They should attract this kind of talented people by providing them very attractive and creative packages, creative plan, so that these people will remain sustained in an organization for longer duration. Now, another role of HR manager is HR effectiveness measurement. Now, as we have seen, HR is handling lot of functions. They are investing in salaries, they are investing in training and development, they are investing in welfare facilities. So there is a huge investment made in human resource in an organization. So measurement of HR effectiveness is very important. Just like we can measure the effectiveness of marketing department, it will totally depend upon the number of sales. Even we can measure the effectiveness of production department by uh, number of demand. So if demand will be more, that means we are producing the quality products. We can inspect the quality of products. But what about human resource department? How we will measure the effectiveness of human resource department? That is a role of HR manager to check or measure the effectiveness of its own department, whether they are, whatever they are investing in human resource, whether they are getting return over that investment or not. So that is also one role of HR manager to measure the effectiveness, and this effectiveness can be measured in various ways. They can see the labor turnover rate per year. If the labor turnover is reduced or less, then definitely employees are happy. That's why they are not leaving the organization. Then you can see the change in profit after training and development. So you are invested in training and development, and if you are earning more profit because of that training and development, that means you are effective in giving training and development. So there are a number of ways for checking or measuring the effectiveness of human resource, and that is the role of HR manager to measure the effectiveness of human resource. So here we have completed module number 1 of human resource management. Thank you. Welcome to the third lecture of human resource management. So up till now we have completed the basic concepts of human resource management, like concept of HRM, then we have seen definition, we have seen objectives, functions of human resource management, and plus scope of human resource management. So up till now I hope your idea is clear that what is human resource management. So it's all about employees in an organization. Every function is dedicated towards employee of an organization, starting from their recruitment to their retirement, and even after retirement functions continues. So as the scope is very vast, for the human resource management. So definitely the HR manager is having very important role in human resource management. So the human resource manager must have some specific skills to handle all these functions and to perform all these roles. So today we are going to see the qualities that human resource management requires to perform its roles, and plus the changing role of human resource manager in today's modern organization. As we all know, nowadays organizations are becoming very vast. So organization is not limited to a single area or single region. Now organizations are crossing the international boundaries too. So nowadays organizations are becoming very vast. So we are having people from different sections of the country, even from the different countries. We are having employees in organization. So for managing these kind of human resource, now role of human resource manager is changing. So today we are going to discuss the qualities and the changing role of human resource manager. So first we will start the qualities of human resource manager. So as you can see in diagram, there are a lot of qualities required by a human resource manager, because the human resource manager will interact with the employees of an organization. So they should have more and more interaction skills. So the interaction skills includes number one, communication skills. So HR manager should have good communication skills so that he can able to communicate with the employees in an organization. Even human resource manager is considered as a mediator between employees and management. So whenever management will have some kind of uh, changes or some kind of new rules and regulations, some kind of notification for the employees, they will just ask HR manager to communicate to the employees. And whenever employees will have some issues or some demands from the organization, then HR manager will communicate these things to the top level. So basically he is acting as a mediator. And additionally, HR manager is also communicating outside the organization also, for hiring people, for recruiting people. Even they are having interaction with the governments also, because there are a lot of rules and regulations made by the government for employees. So HR manager is also communicating inside and outside of organization. So they should have good communication skills. Now, another is, just like they should have good communication skill, they should have listening skills also. So, as we already discussed that he is mediator between two parties, so definitely he should have good communication skills, because he is a mediator. Whatever employees will say to him, he should pass on that to management, and whatever management will say, he should pass on to the employees. So he should have good listening skills, and he should have interest in listening to the employees, what they want, what problems they are facing, what demands they are having. So he should have proper listening skills. Now another quality that HR manager should have is creativity. So HR manager should always be creative. So every manager in an organization should be creative, just like that HR manager should also be creative. Though he is not producing any product, he is not giving any kind of service, but still he is managing employees in an organization. He is giving training and development programs for the employees. So HR manager always think in an innovative way, in a creative way to handle and manage people. Whenever they will start recruitment and selection, they should try some new sources of recruitment. They should try some new kind of selection process. They should try some new techniques of motivating people. So HR manager should always think out of the box for managing people at the workplace. Now, another quality is dynamic. So HR manager should be dynamic person. Dynamic person means now as he is interacting with the employees in an organization, so every person is having different nature and different attitude. So HR manager must handle the separate employee with a separate or the different attitude. So he should be dynamic. He should able to change his way of talking. He should able to change his way of thinking. He should able to change the way of motivating people, because every person is different from every other person. So HR manager must be a dynamic person. Now, the another quality is friendly and approachable. Now, what is friendly and approachable here? As we already discussed that whenever employees in an organization will have some kind of problem, or whenever they will have some kind of demand, then the first person they will approach will be HR manager. Suppose for example, they are not getting good quality of food in canteen, then to whom they will approach for the complaint? They will approach HR manager. If they are not getting good kind of salary, or they are not getting salaries on time, then to whom they will approach? They will approach to HR manager. Whenever they want to take leave, they want some kind of leave details or attendance details, they will approach to HR manager. So the first point of contact for all these kind of issues and expectations and demands, they will approach HR manager. So HR manager should be approachable. Whenever employees require HR manager, he should be approachable. He should not always avoid employees that now I'm busy, you just come afterward, I'm busy in meeting, I'm busy in some another kind of work. No, whenever employee need, HR manager must be available, and he should be friendly enough so that people can express their views, their problems, their issues, their demand freely to the HR manager. Now, the another quality that HR manager requires is inspire, induce, and motivate. So HR manager must be an inspiring person. His words should be inspiration for the employees. He should induce a sense of dedication in employees, and he should motivate employees to work better and better in an organization. So employees should feel importance in an organization, and that is only possible when HR manager will motivate people by fulfilling their interest. Now, another quality that HR manager should have is fair and honest. So, HR manager must be fair and honest person. He should not be impartial. So, he should treat each and every employee equally, because this happens many times in an organization, like for uh, many times at the time of performance appraisal. If HR manager will like some employee, then he will pass on his increment. And if HR manager will have some kind of enemy with any kind of employee, then he will take the revenge. So this should not be happen at all. So HR manager must be fair and honest while performing his functions, whether it is selection, whether it is performance appraisal, whether it is compensation, and whether it is discipline handling. Many times in organization, the HR manager have to take some disciplinary action against the people. So at that time also, HR manager must be fair enough. He should not give unequal treatment according to the position of the person or the designation of the person. So every employee should be treated equally by HR manager. Now another quality of HR manager is leadership quality. Now, who is leader? Now, leader is a person who can influence others. So HR manager should have leading qualities. That means whatever HR manager will say, now employees should have trust on HR manager. They will listen to the HR manager. They will try to work according to the motivation given by HR manager. Now HR manager should give support to the employees by solving their problems, by taking care of their needs. HR manager should ensure that employees in an organization are having all the facilities they need in an organization. They have safety equipments, they have welfare facilities, so they have proper washroom, proper canteen, they have proper lunch break. So taking care of employees must be done by HR manager. And whenever any person is suffering from any kind of problem or any kind of skill lagging, so HR manager should look after these things. Now another quality that is required by HR manager is patience. As we already said that HR manager is dealing with employees in an organization. Now many times happens that employees become aggressive over HR manager because they are frustrated with some kind of deficiencies in an organization. They are demanding something from HR manager from lot of days, and HR manager is not fulfilling their demands, and because of that now they are very aggressive. So in this situation HR manager must be patient. So HR manager should never lose his patience. We should listen whatever people are saying carefully, because the people who are working in factories, they are not that kind of literate people. So the language they will use, the words they will use, sometimes they are not very much appropriate. But still HR manager should not lose his patience, because he have to solve the matter, and for solving the matter patience is very required. So HR manager must be patient person. Now another quality required in an HR manager is analytical skills, problem solving skills, and decision making skills. So HR manager can face lot of disturbances in organization from the employees side. So the issues like disciplinary cases, the issues like grievances of the employees or their dissatisfaction, the issues like strike, the issues like lockouts. So there are different kinds of disturbances HR manager face in day-to-day functioning of an organization. Even HR manager is handling one more party, that is trade union. So trade union is having impact over labors in an organization. So HR manager will face lot of kind of disturbances in an organization. So HR manager should have analytical skills to think over a problem and generating alternative options to the problem and selecting one of the best option. So all these things are analytical skills, problem solving skills, and decision making skills. Now another quality that is required by HR manager is emotional intelligence. As just we have explained patience, just like that emotional intelligence. So whenever HR manager is dealing with the employees, so at that time HR manager should have emotional intelligence quality. That means he should stable emotionally. So he should not be overexcited, he should not be over angry, so he should not lose his temper, he should not flow with the emotions of the labor. So he should have emotional stability, because employees will have lot of kind of problems. Sometimes they will be very emotional, sometimes they will be very angry. So HR manager should not lose or should not lose the temper, or HR manager should have control over their over his emotions. Because whenever people will emotionally stable, then only they will able to take decisions properly. So HR manager must be emotionally stable person. Now another is counselor. Now counselor is a person who is trying to find out problems of others, who encourage others to share their problems and will give suggestions to overcome that problem. So HR manager should also act as a counselor for employees, because employees will have lot of problems in their professional life, even their personal life, because many times personal problems of an employee are also hampering their work. Because if I am not emotionally happy, or I am suffering from any kind of depression because of some personal problem, it will hamper my work also. I will not able to concentrate on my work. I will do more and more mistakes at my work. My absenteeism will increase. My health will get decreased. So all these things will hamper my work. So HR manager should work as a counselor. He should try to motivate people to so that they can share their problems with HR manager, and HR manager should try to give them the suggestions and solutions to their problems, and he should take follow of these kind of employees. And the another and the last one quality that is required is compliance. Now this quality is required whenever HR manager is applying the rules and regulations on the employees. Now that rule can be regarding salary, that rule can be regarding um, leaves, that rule can be regarding termination, that rule can be regarding selection, recruitment, whatever. So HR manager should compliance with the legal rules or laws that are stated by government for the employees' sake. So the government are having different laws made for the employees so that employers should not exploit the employees. So governments are having uh, laws for minimum salary, they are having laws for dispute handling, they are having laws for disciplinary action, they are having laws for recruitment selection. So there are different laws made for the sake of employees, and that is a duty of HR manager to be compliant in applying the rules and regulations on the employees. This is just like, for example, the minimum hours. So whenever organization is setting the working hours, now working hours should be compliance with the government laws. Even government is having laws for the lunch break, that minimum time that should be given for a lunch, it should be also in compliance with the law. The minimum salary provided should be in compliance with the law. The minimum number of leaves given to the people should be in compliance with the law. So there are laws made for each and every aspect of the employee, so that employer should not exploit the employees. So that is a duty of HR manager to be in compliance with the laws made by the government for the employees' purpose. So these are the qualities that HR manager must possess. The next and the last topic of this model is changing role of HR manager. In the past, the employee or the workforce in an organization was limited to a single locality. So the people from the same location, the nearby location, are working in an organization. So they belong to same locality and they belong to same culture, and because of that managing these kind of people who belong to same kind of culture and same kind of locality is very easy. But nowadays, as organizations are becoming global, now organizations are having the employees from different states, even from different countries. So nowadays organizations are becoming diversified because their workforce are having the people from different cultures. Their workforce are having people from different qualifications, different experiences, the people from different age group, the people from different location, the people from different caliber. They're having different skills, they're having different abilities, they're having different qualification, they're having different region, their religion, they're having different salaries, and plus they're having different, they're working at different location, because nowadays company is not limited to a single location or single building. Companies are spread across the globe. So this workforce is not sitting in a one building. Now workforce are working on different locations, at different locations. It can be in one country or it can be in different countries. So managing this kind of diversified workforce is a challenge for HR manager. So there are different roles performed by HR manager nowadays in modern organizations, which are a one kind of challenge for HR manager. So in next lecture, we are going to discuss the changing roles of HR manager in more detail.